Welcome back. Joining us now on the show is Sudhakar Desai. He's CEO at Imami Agrotech and he's also the president at IVPA. Mr. Desai, thank you so much for joining in. Let's begin with the PM's austerity appeal to the nation on consuming less edible oil to reduce import dependence. As an industry voice, how would you want to react to that?
We certainly, on behalf of IVPA, welcome this well thought out move. While it appears like a simple thing, but if you really see it, the way I see it is, it's a call for a national resilience, not only of economic policies, but also trying to drive the economy towards right behavior of consumption. So I think from Make in India, now the call is more towards demand side discretion, discipline, and calibrated consumption. Why? It is much beyond just a lower consumption of edible oil is because we import primarily five, six topmost items. The fuel import bill is nearly about $135 billion. And the next is gold, which is 72 billion. And third, fourth or fifth is 20 billion at edible oil. So I think the move towards conserving foreign exchange and also rebalance current account deficit seems to be the call at the moment. And I think it is. I also look at it as a very advanced advisory, just for a preparedness, just in case there are supply chain disruptions, and we've already seen impact, a little inflationary impact on foreign exchange driven, or whether we say because the crude oil has gone to $114 all the way from $70. I think many things like laminates and packing material, chemicals, coal, energy. So many things have happened, including a slight shortage in gas supplies. So I think it is much beyond just a general call. Geopolitical context being what it is like a food, energy, and currency triangle, which is being addressed here through our Prime Minister's intention to advise the nation with disciplined approach to consumption in gold, which is discretionary spending. We've already seen action of duty increase to 15%, which will also have some impact on reduction of the bill from $72 billion to lower level.
Point taken. After we have seen a hike in import duty for gold and silver, the rumors are floating around in the industry that the edible oil could be the next one, looking at a duty tinkering there. What are your thoughts on that?
No, I would not like to comment on rumors and concerns. There will always be an industry driven with speculation. What we've been saying as IVPA is that for the stability of the industry and the balancing between farmer and consumer prices, dynamic duty policy makes it more proactive, more stable. So at the moment, I think if we consider objectively all the inflationary measures in some total 12 to 13% in FX and about nearly about 15-20% in international C&F prices of edible oils of palm and everything, and of course rescued by mustard domestic crops. I think high prices are good for the farm oilseed economy, especially the long-term vision being to grow self-sufficiency. This is on a longer term or a medium term basis. Government has done what needs to be done in terms of oilseed mission and oil palm. It is now up to the industry and associations, everybody, to take this proactively to increase domestic supplies. So while it is a good thing, high prices or slightly have put mustard seed prices on a higher level, soybean prices on a higher level. But if you overall consider duty increase, I don't think is necessary, if at all, for a relief measures, because the Horeca is struggling a bit, as we know. A token 5% reduction in duty would be the right thing to do right now.
All right. So duty reduction perhaps is going to be a better thing to do. Mr. Desai, even if the PM's appeal is taken seriously, our edible oil dependence is 65% of our requirement. With everything in place, with all the push that if you think industry can manage, do you believe that a 5% reduction at least in dependence is achievable at this juncture?
Yes, I think we have done some models as IVPA into the future, along with the Agri Department. So we all arrived at a potential opportunity for reduction of import dependency from about 60 to 47, 48% in the next 7, 8 years. In case we continue to focus on the mustard seeds, ensuring that the MSP is delivered. That means the prices are supported at MSP, soybeans and groundnut and also oil palm. It is possible to achieve 60% to like 47, 48%. But for that, we need a rapid, accelerated growth in the domestic crops. But on the contrary, I would also say that India needs to buy oil, edible oil. When we talk about the per capita consumption, it's a mix of high consuming population and the low consuming population. 23, 24 kgs is the world average. India's average is about 19. Keeping all this in view, in case currently the per capita consumption even grows and stabilizes around 2021, that's a good call to start with, and then continuously increase domestic production. Otherwise, import supply chain disruptions have not been there. I think every country that has some surplus of edible oil would look towards India for exports.
Mr. Desai, my final question then, and since India imports mostly of its edible oil, the biofuel mandate in other countries, the depreciating rupee, would you say that we are vulnerable perhaps to a lot of global cues, including the rupee depreciation and imported inflation?
The rupee depreciation has really put, apart from the fuel and related product increase, rupee depreciation has put imports, made it costlier. The global increase in prices is also related to fuel, partially because of higher insurance and freight costs, but mainly because about 25-30% biofuel, edible oil going into biofuel, especially in US, in Brazil, Argentina, and mainly in Indonesia. But even then, even if biofuel mandates in Indonesia happen, additionally about 1.5 million tons will go into biofuel. But I think for India, there will always be edible oil supplies. Palm oil being the price stabilizer will continue to be cheaper for India to meet the entire HoReCa sector and applications demand. But otherwise, a combination of soya, sun, and our own domestic crops, I think we don't have any major supply disruptions as it.
Mr. Desai, thank you so much for joining us with your thoughts. Manisha, thank you so much for taking us through this conversation. Important to understand what's happening with imports of some of the most important commodities into the country as well. HAL's numbers